It's like live, and the chat window's working. Just get a camera a bit more out there. Okay. I need to turn this a little bit. Sorry for the back view. Just need to see what everything's doing. Just check the microphone seems to be working. Yes, it does. And error, your YouTube is not receiving something. Oh, there may be some buffering. But is that showing up on here? Cannot tell. So there may just be some errors. If I look frozen, can you just let me know? It shows that there's a bit of a buffer. Yep. But apart from that, I can't really do too much about that. But if you can, it looks like someone's here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just shut the store over here. Yep, so there's a bit of a delay. A bit of a delay in comments, probably, sorry. Get started. Got some sad news that a elderly friend died. We get a few texts about that. Right. And because I've got a delay, I some problems in catching up with you if you drop a chat message in. So, what are we doing today? Today, just check my camera again, make sure that, okay. So today, I've been working on this bit of river that's running around here and sort of picks up speed and drops down over these rocks, and I just need to fix up some of those rocks a bit more. And as I was re-looking at the picture, I forgot that in fact the river goes into quite a shadowy area behind here. We'll just kind of imagine that it sort of pulls in here, sweeps away down here. So I'm going to be doing, just try and see if I can get some reflections going on here. And we'll start on Helen today too. But I'm going to pour a coffee first. This is the second one of the day. I preloaded before the stream. Made sure I had coffee. Let's get this out the way so I don't knock it over. So I preloaded with some dark chocolate as well. That's all good. My son has taken over the bench next to me and doing some 3D printing. It's an absolute mess over here. It's oh. Anyway, let me bring up my picture. And yeah, mouse anymore. Right, so start. So in my reference photo, I've got a bit of a rock, and it's actually the same sort of colours. One sec. Sorry, let me just take this call. Oh dear. Dear, oh dear. So sorry about that. How often does that happen on a live stream where that was the husband of the wife who's just passed away. She passed away this morning at 5 a.m. He didn't find out until 7. It's just awful. Just be a shorter stream today. Just awful. Unfortunately, she was elderly, but not having a great quality of life towards the end. So one of those things where it's terribly sad, but it's almost a bit of a relief for the family, but it's not a relief because it just hurts so much. So just going to do a bit of this. Yes, I think we'll have a shorter stream today. Probably need to go and some support. But there's not much I can do at the moment because they're waiting for death certificates and it's Easter Monday. And naturally, doctors got COVID and disaster. Got to try and find someone else to come and do all their stuff. I think living's difficult enough, but dealing with it's traumatic, isn't it? Just traumatic. So I'm okay with to bring in a little more green. Reflections, here we go. Now this river is giving me a bit of jip. Jip. Now there's a word. I don't know if you have that expression where you are. Something is giving you jip. But my wife went and looked it up recently. She wondered what the etymology was. A big word for the day, etymology. And apparently it comes from gypsies. Oh. It means to be given trouble. Gypsies get blamed for everything. This rock, blue one. This is a ultra marine blue, dark. I'm just yeah. Now most of the water that runs through this river is turquoise because the sky is turquoise. Looking to blues in here. And that a bit later. Bit more shape on that rock. Okay. Right. So I want to get some colour. Ones here. That's what we want to do. And in the past, I've always done here with pastel pencils. Recently, I've been the last one I did of Helen. I decided to do her here with pan pastel, and it came out really good. So that's what we're going to do again today. And start with some darks. And the darks that I tend to use are always blue in here. Looking at someone the other day, had dark here, and all I could see was the blues. It's the way the light leaks. We will put some turquoise in her hair as well. Try and get the essence of her curls. And Helen doesn't actually have natural curls, much to her dismay. She quite likes curls. She's got very fine hair. And going. But the wind was blowing, and I think she might have had some product in her hair. Sort of darks. It's very important when doing hair to not get overly stressed about it. And there she is. I'm just talking about your hair. And hey everyone, this is my wife on stream. A dentist just gave me a call too, so that was sad. Oh dear. I went scouting with my wife for a new location. I like to do another painting of her in a river. Not, I don't want her in the river. I want her by the river. There's a beautiful little river near us called the Waikanae River. And it's really, at the moment, what are we're in autumn. And we're going to get some of this blue. Just start shading in some of this blue I've got. Clean our applicator gently around her arms. Yeah, Helen's not really feeling in the portrait-y mode at the moment. Understand. There's always a little bit of when someone's being painted. Is it correct? No. When they're getting their portrait done, there's you're never quite sure, is it going to represent you in a way that you like. Now I did one of a lady in on LinkedIn. She does a lot of public speaking, or teaches people how to become confident public speakers. Uses a lot of techniques actually from a guy from the 50s. His name was Dale Carnegie. He wrote a book about how to be an effective public speaker. Good book actually, but it's way out of print. Had like 20 different things to do. Anyway, she was an improv actress as well, and sometimes pulled funny faces. So I happened to do a portrait of her while she was pulling a funny face. And an expressive face. That's more of it. Its goal was to be humorous. It was to display emotion. It wasn't necessarily the most flattering photo, but her eyes were fantastic. Great big, beautiful eyes. It's beautiful to paint. Soulful. Anyway, it was a bit, oh, I don't know if I like this. I presented the portrait to her. But the response from people on LinkedIn was fantastic. And so she changed her mind because people actually saw the real her. So what you're trying to do in a portrait is get some essence of that person essence of that person that comes out in the picture. So I'm just going to get some greens in here, but I'm going to use a set of greens. Some of these turquoises away. The blue palette. It's the tint. These ones are called bright yellow green. And let me see if I can bring up my camera so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, okay. Hi, Donna. The battery's nearly dead. Just bring that message up. Transition. Go. Now everyone can see what you said, Donna. So this is bright yellow green, and it does look very bright yellow. My camera. And then you can bring that up a bit closer. It does look pretty grubby, and interestingly, this dirt never comes off on the pastel mat. And then finally you go, oh yeah, that does look yellow green. So I want to use some of that in her here. Just turn off YouTube chat. Yeah. Back on. Can see it. I'm gonna use this. First, I'm gonna have a slug of coffee. Great. The coffee, same one I had last week, which my son bought me from the city, called Paradise. And it's an Ethiopian bean, and it's just fantastic. It's going to sweep around her face. And now I was saying something profound about doing here. It's very easy to get caught up in trying to get hair perfect. You can do that. My wife's got perfect hair. Gives me that look. Yes. Got perfect hair. And if you try and just get it exactly as you see it in the picture, you can do it, but it's very frustrating, and actually doesn't look that real, in my view, once you've done it. What you want to be trying to get is those little flicks and shapes of the hair as you go around. And you may not actually be seeing this because we've got, this is bluey grey tone paper, and I'm using just putting on these sort of very light colours to begin with. Not want to go heavy, not want to be heavy-handed on here. Got quite a bit dark just right in there. So as I'm painting, what happens, someone was saying this to me the other day, that the colours I see, they don't see them, and so therefore my eyes must be really good. And I was explaining to them that in fact what happens is our eyes are amazing. Hey, it's Dante. This could be an old message. I'm on a delay here between the chat and your messages, Dante, so I forgive me if you sent this 10 minutes ago and I've only just seen it now. But thank you, that's a lovely comment. I'll just put it on the screen. It's nice to, because the comments don't show up. We see something. I'm here, mate, for now. Fantastic. So, and Dante's an excellent podcaster. So click on his name, and did a fantastic interview with he's a visual concept artist. That's how to describe him. Ishman Milani. Lovely man. Does all these sort of meme type posts on LinkedIn. Very clever. Great way of seeing the world. And speaking of seeing the world, I need to finish my story. So what happens is our eyes are taking in an incredible amount of information every second. And in order for the brain to process this data and turn it into information, then it needs to filter it. And so typically what happens is our brains will filter out what they think we don't need to know. So you're driving down a road and it's filtering out all the shops, but you see cafe. You go, that's what I needed to know because I want a coffee. So it gets you to the cafe, or as you're driving by the cafe, your brain looks and focuses quite clearly on, are there people in the cafe? Does it look like it's got a vibe, or does it look a bit, I don't think I'm going to get a good cup there, in which case your brain says, no, keep looking. So when it comes to art, what happens is you're looking at a picture of someone's hair, your brain will actually filter out a huge amount of information or data. It just can't process it all. And you actually have to retrain your brain and your eyes. And there's lots of quotes from famous artists about the eye and art, and how they look at things differently. Let's move that a bit more. So they look at things differently, and that's what I've found as well, that the more I look at a picture, the more correctly I'll see the information. And what initially I thought was a line or the way the hair falls or a colour, later on you look at it again and your brain sees it completely differently, because it's now focused. And this happens in everything in life, right? Found it in business. Often that's how I managed to do business process improvement, because people were just seeing stuff, they weren't focusing. It's like background noise, and lots of people are talking, and but suddenly you hear your name, and now you're focused on the conversation, and that's what happens with our ears. We actually can tune out a lot of stuff, and in business, people tune out stuff all the time. Then people like me come along, go, well, actually, that's what I'm seeing. Nice. I shouldn't actually be doing any lights at the moment. Just want to map it in and see me hanging on to my coffee because I'm hanging out for another week. Just testing this. This is the bright yellow green, and actually this part of Helen's here, seeing a lot of turquoise, and bring in that turquoise into it. Sometimes with pastels, it's a case of having to be quite patient as you're building up. So at the moment, the colours I've put down, for darks, I'm using a phthalo blue extra dark. It's my extra dark. I'm using these 3 sets of bright yellow green. Actually, I haven't touched that one yet, so I've just started throwing in marking out some highlights with the tint. I think what I want is to get some ochre. Still quite a bit of dark. Oh, that's what's this? This is a ochre. Coffee. I need more green in it here. Let's put that green in, and maybe as, oh, that's the bright yellow green again. I'm so tempted with that one, but we'll put that one back. I think that's chromium. Yep. This is permanent. So let's get a bit of permanent in there. Yeah, that's what I wanted. People watching, please support David, and hit the like and subscribe buttons. Thank you, mate. You're a good bloke. So, where was I? I was chatting about being patient. You've got to be patient with the pastel, because you're going to put on a bunch of different colours, and together they're going to make the painting sing. Not and it can only take a little bit. Well, the paper can take a lot of pastel. You've got to be really careful with the pans, because they will fill up the paper a bit too quick if you're heavy-handed. And so it's not that less is more, because, I mean, that's got to be the silliest saying ever, right? How can less be more? It's less. It's just less is better. Okay? Less is more. Who came up with that? Probably a bank. They're handing out a mortgage. Oh no, you can't have £10,000. You can have 5,000, but don't worry, less is more. A bit more. going to drink this coffee, get into the ochre. But I also need to think about her face. So we're going to get some. Now I'm distracted, right? So this always happens to me when I'm painting. Go. Oh, actually, what I really need to do is get a bit of colour. Oh, okay. Thanks, mate. Have a good one. And I did enjoy listening to you and Philippe. It was a very good. It's a top quality. It's a top quality guest. It was very good. I need you to get a pause or something or a zoom on your podcast though, because there isn't a way to sort of like save it, like on YouTube. So if I go to your channel and I listen to your podcast, there's no sort of pause and save and come back, because sometimes I don't have the full hour to watch or to listen, because I do the audio on yours while I'm doing other stuff. Dante had a. I always say Dante. My apologies, it's Dante. A very funny episode where he was talking to a very sharp gentleman, sharp in intelligence, and it's about AI, and Dante's giving his experiences of using AI, and he had got he'd got this AI to comment on his post. All right, so some little chatbot or whatever to go back and do comments on his post. So if people commented, then his little AI would go and say something smart back to them. You go, oh, that's really clever. And then the AI went rogue and started giving comments on other posts, really inappropriate ones. It was so funny. I sort of had to go around deleting all these comments that his AI had done. Oh, weird. Like something from the Matrix. Mr. Smith. We're just putting... Now, Helen's arms are not going to be this red. Alright, this is just a... I'm putting down a dark, and we're going to blend it later. But this is a mapping process for me. And I just need to... actually, a lot of your arm is not this sort of red. It's a magenta. I got a magenta, and the magenta, which is the colder version, and that's because, you know, she's sitting in a cocktail dress in a river in a forest and was probably feeling quite cold, and I was a bit clueless to that, but she was a really good sport, and was happy to... I don't know if she was happy, but she said it was a good muse. So that's my phone. As I said, someone had died recently. Okay. Just need to keep a track of the mourning, as in not time of day, but those who are mourning loss at the moment. It feels dreadfully inappropriate doing a... how does that go? Okay, so it goes... Sorry, just get the angle off your shoulder. Right up there. That's going to be very white. Very white. Let's put a bit of turquoise tint which is okay, and we use that turquoise tint here on her cheek. A bit far. So that line off. Let's put some more green on her. Come back and fix that. So I just got to shape. I just got to be careful of how I do her face. These corners very carefully. Sorry, just get it nasty. Headshot of me. It's not that I'm blind, but at times I do need to be up really close to my canvas to just get that control. Some blue. I think blue up. Okay. With that turquoise. Just needing to concentrate a little bit around here. And what's going to happen is as I blend this in, at this stage you'll be going, that's not a face. Messing it up. And I've learned not to listen to that voice, so if you're saying that, I'm not listening to you. Oh, cool. So, just lots of little. This is ochre dropping in, and I have found if you just trust the process, face is going to appear. I'm sorry if I'm in the way of the camera. Try and stand a little bit better. It's just like little flicks. Colours I'm after. Now my son joins the stream. And runs away. It's okay too. I'm going to bring in a lot more warmth onto your neck. And there's a bit of her throat. This will probably, I'm just there's a blue already underneath. We're just going for that sort of greeny shadow that happens. And her shoulder. Gonna come using a square tool to try and do a round shape. That's always a trick. We need to keep remembering the shadows. Some of that red there. More of a purple. Quite red. I remember where the pressure points are of the skin. As it folds, different parts will have more light than others. Or look more translucent. And I'm always trying to move my, whether I'm using a pencil or an applicator in this case, trying to follow the shape of the way that the skin moves around the body. And sometimes that means going up strokes. Other times it's down strokes. Again, we're just blocking in, so getting a little map of, it's like a heat map, I guess. So show me where the blood is. Can you see the blood on the surface of his skin? And the warm bits and the cold bits. And sometimes I'll confuse the colour. She's got quite a bit of red reflection, but I want some orange in there as well. Muscle. Around her shoulder. She's got a gold chain on too. It's a trick. So I need to fix her chin. Sometimes I put the pastel on. Or I think I've got it on the applicator, but very little actually off. Right. Applicator. Yeah. So, colour in her head. Let's just get some ochre. thing with these applicators times can be a bit imprecise. Okay. Need to get multiple sort of colours going. It'll be just like building up the trees and the rock. I suspect this is actually going to be a pretty colourful painting in the end. I'm good with that. One of my favourite paintings I did was of a Asian couple. Just looking at it now, and I just used a lot of primary sort of red, blue, the ochre, or it might have been a Hansa yellow. Just, on her arms, in fact on all their skin, and it really, the painting zings. I love it. And to me, when I get into that mode where I'm not trying to get it just so precise, so photographic like, that's when the painting comes to life. Just a bit more dark in here. Can't see the light. So we've got some dark. Going on. So just adding a bit of black to my colours. And I know I've said it before, some people just don't like using black in a painting. Oh, that just dulls it down, and well, never makes sense. And besides, art's one of those things where lots of people have done art over the centuries, and it's lovely that so much remains. So there's art for everyone. If you don't like some art that someone's done, well, there's probably something else that appeals. Very flexible medium. And I'm sure my art, some people go, oh, that's awful. Oh, I don't like that. That's okay, because there's art I don't like either. Now, Tolkien said that about Lord of the Rings. Some people won't like my book. That's okay, I don't like theirs either. It's like, good on him. We're starting to get some life in it here. Still seeing sort of almost a minty green up here. Started off doing a turquoise. I'm seeing sort of fix that. Some flicks going on again. So what happened here? That's it. It's so tempting to just pull out the pastel pencils. Go, oh no, let's just do it with pastel pencils. Because they do work. They're wonderful to use for... There we go, now we're getting into turquoise. Pencils are wonderful for doing here. No doubt about it. Much. Before I get a chance to put it down. I'm just putting in some turquoise. I haven't seen the turquoise. I want to just map that out. The beauty of pastel is you can always knock it back. Go, that didn't work. I can come back and undo it. It's very forgiving. More forgiving than what we are to each other. That's saying something. Getting a little bit on my applicator, and then it's as soon as I've got it on, coming off. It's a little frustrating. Okay. So now we want some bright sunlight on her hair, and I still want to fix up her face a little bit and get those lights correct. So I want a warm sort of colour. This is sienna, I think. No, that's red iron oxide. What are you doing with my siennas? That's the sienna. Ooh, what will we do? Quite like this. It's very warm. Very warm. So we'll use a bit of this to build up her arm a bit. Sort of plain. Lights. So I do like this iron oxide tint, but had problems with it in the past, and that I think that it's just perfect. Turns out that it's a bit too creamy. One's got a cheekbone. Might need to delineate her face with a. Of course, it looks like she's got a big lumpy jaw now, so don't worry, this will blend in. It's a bit cooler. This is going up that way. We need here and here. Looks like she's got some horror thing going on. This is not her mouth. This is not her mouth. We'll get bright green. We need to now build out some trees. Around her face to delineate it. Did have some. It's very dark. That's right. Try and get that a bit darker. And sorry if my face is in the way. Needs must. Is to see what I'm doing. Okay. Shape a little bit better. And the eye, of course, the eyes are amazing. Quite like this little green I've got. This green is phthalo green tint. And I'm seeing tint. But that on his throat. That ring. Yeah, it's a very cool. It's probably a little too cool. So I'm mixing some hots and colds now, that's always dangerous. We're going to sweep in her hair more. I've got to build up. I have to build up her face. So I'm going to get some more light face, and this is diary lied. So dairy lied. It's not. Just want a bit of get that green. Starting to get the shape right. Leaves going up. It's a little random. You bring those over as well. Otherwise, right. So there's a shaper I have. A shaper is a little silicone paintbrush. It's not a paintbrush, it's just a silicone tool. And you do is you put it on your face or your line that you're trying to do, and it will just drag it back. Use it to just fix. I need, so up here, more of a line where it goes that way. Knock off a bit of pastel there. Start her forehead. There we go. So we'll just get a bit more and more that way. You want to base. So this is kind of, it's not a rubber. It's that's not what it is. It's a shaper, but I use it for blending. And sure comes. Well, you know, this is live in the studio. You will see me do stuff where you go, well, that doesn't look right. And I'm like, yeah, it's right, but I just want to get her shape here. Chin more. May have to use some do that. I'm not a big. I'm trying to just do everything using the same medium, but we don't want to be stupid about things. Stupid, I mean dogmatic. So you kind of go, oh, you make your painting worse because you're not willing to use what's available, make it good. I don't want to be that who painting could have been way better. You're just willing to use a different tool. Okay. Get a little bit of colour back in her face. sweep over with reds. So, yeah, splodge. Yeah, it comes off. There's I'm just trying to get the tone right under her chin. A little cooler. And that. Goldy green. Right. Let's go back to here. We need to fix up. Let's not fix her here. We're just continuing to put layers in through here. And I want to use my diary light. Maybe it's Liddy. Maybe that's what it is. Just gonna get this going. And curls. Knock that back. Now a lot of this here will in fact knock it back a bit. I need to get my lights to stand what's happening and start experimenting with some lights. Yeah, actually that's not bad. Now coming on to here. That's it. It's just yellow into her arm. Trying to work out which way the skin's going. The skin sort of goes part that way for the arm, so you build up that sort of illusion of which way the muscles are going. So I've lost a bit of delineation around her hair and her face, but I'm okay with that at the moment. It's like we're just starting to block in the skin tones and And your fingers. Got some beautiful oranges here. Our arm. Let's just step back. Okay, this is our ochres. This is why I get into start putting turquoise in it here, it'll start making more sense. Just using a bit more of I want to blend in those shape of the hair a bit. Oops. An accident, David. Go. Got to get a bit darks in there. I think this session probably the point where I need to just stop and have a coffee, work out what I need to do with disaster that happened. Start stream with learning that friend's wife's died. Gonna give them some moral support. Okay, that's not a bad start here, and your arms. Recovered the shape of your face, so that's good. I need more light bouncing around here, but that's building that up. We did some rocks over here. Let's tone that down a bit. This particular rock sitting over here is now working, so I'm happy with that. Obviously happy with that. Going on pretty much. So this is this bit of water over here. It's trying to reflect some of the dark that's going on, the darker bit, but I needed to pull this across more, and I still got this chunk of water to sort of fiddle around with over here. Just gonna bring the stream flatter. At the moment, it's falling down a bit of a rapid. It's going to hit a rock here. I just want more flatter. Green. Of course, it's got to be reflecting sky, and it looks like I need to get oops, it's the end of my applicator. I really need to place this applicator. Sort of got rocks that need to be built up in here. And I'm starting to extend what I'm doing, and I really need to stopping stream. So next time, what am I going to do next time? Actually, I'm okay. This was excellent for building up. I can see where her arms go. I'm going to carry on down into a torso, into a dress. I'm going to block all that in, and then the picture's going to start making sense to everyone. And then some of this colour, I'm going to decide how colourful and sharp, because it here is got the same texture and flavour movement as what's happening in the trees. The colour that's going to happen on her arms is going to be kind of a little bit unique, but this sort of blocky going on, that's great. Her dress is the smooth shape of the picture, and some more dark here. So we've got dark there, dark there, dark there, for some visual interests, but maybe some more shadow around her dress is going. And this, I've got to pick a light colour for her dress, which this is white or creamy colour, and we've got a beautiful red that sweeps around and is the top of her leg. It was a pretty dress, and some red coming out the back. So overall, the day was good despite it being a sad day. Thank you so much for watching the stream. If you're watching it on the replay, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate. Oh, Salima came back. Thank you, Salima. Yeah, it's starting to get there. So for Salima and Dante and Donna, thank you so much for joining. And I'm going to stop streaming once I remember how to do it. Okay, that's how I do it. Okay, so enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you again.